Hey everybody, welcome to Parent Cafe Live. Today we're going to be doing a mini lesson on security and attachment and how we strengthen that. And we're going to do that through play with our kids. So everybody's going to have a baby doll or a stuffed animal, and everybody in the household could play this together, or at least one adult with their child should be playing this. So I have a little teddy bear today. So this is our baby, and everything we do is basically modeling what we want the children to do, and then they learn how to do that as well. And this is really effective if maybe you're pregnant and you have another child on the way, or another child already in the home, and you want there not to be jealousy. You want to show a child how to properly love on a baby. You're letting them know that you're still playing with them, they're still important, and you're giving them kind of a helper role. So we talked about kids wanting to have things to do, like they like contributing to their family, they like having jobs to do, they like to feel a part of it. Like if they're the older child, they definitely have this like sense of authority because they're the older sibling. And sometimes there's just a whole lot of emotions that go into that. So this will help curb that a little bit. But even if you don't have another child in the home or on the way, you could do this too, especially as your baby's transitioning to not be a baby anymore. Sometimes they struggle with that part. So you're letting them relive some of those infantile moments you have with them as we play with the baby. So there's a couple different ways why we would do this. So I don't want to miss anything, so I'm going to check my notes. So everything we do, we practice, right? And everything within conscious discipline, there's a song to it. So with song, it helps our brains remember things and remember actions. And as we are giving instruction to our child, like, hey, everybody grab your baby, it's time to have baby time, we would point and gesture to where we want, and we would want to do the baby time at the same place. So if it's in the bedroom on the floor, or a play area you have set up, that's fine. And the baby doll should always be in one spot, like they should have a home. So if that's a cradle, the bed, a box, or whatever it is, that's fine, but it should always go back, because we're also teaching them that things have to go back to where they belong. So there's a lot of little things in here. So step one, you're going to tell your child, we're going to have baby doll playtime, time to get your baby, and we point to baby, and we get our baby, and then we role model what we want, and now it's time to be seated. And so we'll sit in like a little semicircle or facing each other. You can also have like a baby doll blanket, or maybe you want a bottle or something that they want to help with. You know, it kind of depends on what you've witnessed from them, things that they're already like showing interest in doing, or you can just pick little things like wrapping up in a blanket. So we're gonna sing a song in the tune of Oh My Darling. So get your baby, get your baby, get your baby, time to play. So I'm not a good singer, but our little kids don't really care if we're good singers or not. So they'll just have fun and they'll start singing with you. I don't know if you've ever seen your kids in daycare, but they use a lot of songs in early childhood. And if you learn the songs that they're already using, maybe your daycare already has something like this set up that they're doing, ask, and then you can just use the same song, and it's something they're already learning at school, so we can embrace it and use it at home as well. So repeat the song until everybody is seated, like I said, using the pointing and gestures. And if your kids are toddlers or infants, you'll definitely have to do the gestures, and you'll probably sing their song a little longer for waiting for them to get your cue. So you can use this for games to build like movement and body awareness. You can do it to build connection through interaction, something like peekaboo. And you can use to soothe and cuddle and take deep breathings. Remember, we've talked about the active calming with our deep breaths. And so as we do active calming with our child, they'll get to practice it doing it with their baby. So building movement and connection. So this is what we do. Like if you've seen, there's like mommy and me yoga and stuff, you can do things like that where you're doing yoga with the baby. You can do just singing a song. So like Baby Shark's really popular, and there's movements to that. I like the dinosaur rap song, or like the Lori Berkner Band has We Are the Dinosaurs, and she's got a lot of other songs, but that's just a popular one in my house. And there's lots of like stomping and movement in that as well. You could also do like the cards we've shown you with like the yoga cards and the mindfulness cards. You can do a lot of different things. So don't be afraid to explore and just try random stuff. You don't need to buy a deck of cards just to do it. Just what have you already done with your child? So just work on doing those things. Even if it's like one of my favorite things, and one of my son's favorite things was the whole like tossing in the air and catching. And that was always really, really fun. So you could do some of that. But make sure they know they can only do it with this baby, right? If you're going to do that. So games that build connection through interaction, like peekaboo. So when we play peekaboo, we face our child and we cover their eyes, or have them cover their eyes, and then we play peekaboo. And so there's touching. So remember we talked about eye connect, the 4 components of connection. So our eye connection, playful touch, presence, and there's one more. Can you guys name it? Playfulness. So we're doing all of those things through this. Then cuddling and deep breathing, so you can wrap baby in blankets. So again, these actions would use some song, and I'm giving you the conscious discipline ones, but you can really make up whatever works for you. Maybe you guys did like Itsy Bitsy Spider, and that's how you tucked in your kid, you know, or that's just a fun song to do. So we've talked about like I love you rituals. So this is a time when you would be practicing with baby playtime. You could do a favorite I love you ritual. So have a song or sing it. So let's see here. If we wanted to do a movement without another type of song, we could say, my baby is dancing, my baby is dancing, this is my baby is dancing. Okay, so that would be pretty easy to do. So peekaboo, so we could cover the blanket over their head, because I know that's something a lot of people do with their little ones, and then they lift it and say, peekaboo, I see you, and you could cover them again and say, 1, 2, peekaboo, I see you. So you could do something like that, and kids just really enjoy that game anyways. So if they're getting to do things that they already love with their baby, and you're doing it, so you're connecting with all of this playtime, and then they're seeing you role model what security and attachment looks like, and they've already learned that from you through your interactions with them, and then they're getting to reproduce those with their baby doll. So that's a lot going on in our brains, right? That's pretty beautiful. So you can also do, let's see, like let's say we wanted to do a breathing technique. So with Farmer on the Dell, Farmer on the Dell, the farmer on the dell. Okay, I think I got the tune again. I'm breathing with my baby, I'm breathing with my baby, this is my baby, I'm breathing with my baby. So we could do that, or stretching, and everybody's dolls are gonna look a little different, but we could, I don't know, start here and we could play with our shoulders and move those up and down. I'm relaxing with my baby, I'm relaxing with my baby, this is my baby, I'm relaxing with my baby. So simple things like that. So we want to keep this consistent, so we're always going to start with, it's time to get our babies, it's baby doll time, this is my baby, this is my baby, it's baby playtime, this is my baby, right? And then we will play our game, whatever that's going to look like. And then it's time to put the baby away. So bye bye baby, bye bye baby, bye bye baby, we'll play again someday. So that's pretty easy. And then we're gesturing to them again so that they can put their baby where it belongs. Another useful thing is if you want a place like their home, if it's not like a little baby doll bed that's specific for that doll, if they're on a shelf or something, having a picture of the shelf with the baby doll on it, because then they are cued, oh, there's the spot for baby, and they'll put it there. So what kind of baby dolls do you guys already have? Does your child have a favorite baby doll? If not, maybe this one will become that. So if it's a special doll for you guys, maybe you have a special doll. My mom collects dolls, so she would have her own she would want to use. But maybe you ask, like, can I have a baby for baby playtime? And then our babies sit together and they're friends on their shelf, or they're friends in the bed or something. So we're helping develop some empathy and understanding of what, you know, friendship looks like, what attachment looks like, what security looks like. And we're all doing it without like some lesson where we're like using words that our kids don't know, right? So through this builds some self-esteem, self-awareness, and as you build that security and attachment with your child, transitioning to things like daycare or drop off for babysitters or anything like that is going to be a little easier. And this is another thing that you could use if you're going into the store and baby comes to the store all the time. Like maybe we sing that song while we're in the store with our kid, or teaching them one of the I love you rituals to do with their baby while we're shopping and trying to get things done but keep our child calm. Because I feel like as soon as you enter a store, it's like they become wild wildebeests and they want to rule the world, and you're confining them to a cart, and they don't like that very much. So anything we can do to lessen that stress is really important for both us and the child. And then they learn how to kind of soothe and independently play as well. So we're giving them lots of skills by doing this. What are some things you remember from different stages of your child's upbringing thus far where you've had connection and played with them? What are things that maybe they remember that you already do with them? Like the tossing in the air. Maybe you spin them like an airplane or something. Or play Superman on your feet. There's a lot of different things like that you can do. What are some song tunes that you already use? So you can make up your own hum, or you can use the ones I've kind of given to you for these exercises, but don't make it harder than it needs to be for you. So you have the beginning, the middle, the end. So the beginning's always the same, the end's always the same. The middle just varies a little bit based on what you guys need that day. And maybe you just stick to one thing because that's the favorite, or you do one thing for a while and then you let your child kind of lead when they want to change that up. So you can lead or they can lead, kind of depends on the age, or you could take turns leading and doing things with that. Just always do it in the same spot as well if you're in your home, and making sure baby goes back. And so we're also teaching how to take care of something. So I don't know how many of you have some battered and broken toys in your home, but I've got at least a full toy box full, and we keep going through them. But kids are hard on toys, and they don't really make toys quite the same way as they used to. So this is another way to teach them, like, that this baby is important and I need to take care of my baby. And that's a good lesson to be like, well, do we do that with our Legos? Do we treat our baby that way? And you can say, no, we don't. And they'll say, oh, I don't treat my baby that way. And then they'll start to like connect that their toys should all be taken care of. So don't be afraid to build upon what you're already using. Don't be afraid to have fun with this and try it on. If it doesn't work, you're not comfortable doing it, that's okay. But don't be afraid to be silly with your kids. It's really fun to open up ourselves to our inner child. So do that with your kids. Live through your kids' eyes. Have a little bit of that, I don't know, magical, carefree playtime, and just enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you get notifications for new uploads. and see us back again for new mini lessons. Thanks. Have a good day.